In this video, let's talk about Fruitas. Where is it headed? What's happening to the stock as well? If you bought it during the IPO, what should you do? What should be your plan? And why is it moving up? So if you want to know more about what's happening to Fruitas, then check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about trading, about winning in the market. So super appreciate it guys if you could subscribe and like so that we see more and more Filipinos get educated on how they can win and trade the markets with confidence. Hey guys, so I just finished my interview with Bloomberg Philippines / One News / Business World Dive, where I talked about a variety of topics. We talked about globe, we talked about what's happening to the coronavirus scare, what's happening to what would be the probable results of earnings that will come out, how will the BSP respond on the coronavirus situation, how's consumption doing, what are the winners and the losers. But as part of that interview, I also had a chance to talk about Fruitas. And as you all know, we featured Fruitas during the IPO. We also featured it on the way when it was being sold down on the first day of the IPO, plus what happened the days before that as well. So I'll try to put the charts somewhere here. Now, I don't have the charts with me since I'm in the car, but what I relatively know how it looks like by heart as well. So I'll describe it to you, but I'll put the chart here when it gets edited. So basically, number one, you saw the stock from intraday go up. It went to as high as 2.4 pesos per share, but intraday also it got sold down. Then after it got sold down, you saw it further that there was a barrage of selling that happened a few days after the IPO as well, to see it go down. I think it was the latter part of December, hit around 1 peso per share. And if there's one thing that we know about trading the markets is that when a stock builds a support level, as you can see in the charts, it built a support level at around the 1 peso level. How do I know it built a support level there? A support level basically happens when stocks fail to fall already, because there's an amount of level from people that want to buy it already. So it's called a support because people buy it. It's called a support because as at that point in time, people are willing to wallop the shares already, and that's what we saw at the 1 peso level. Then after that, if you look at what happened, it started to develop its own uptrend. It started an uptrend, basically a very, very short uptrend. An uptrend basically is highs that continue to go higher and lows that continue to increase as well. So higher highs and higher lows. But the thing about that is this: for those who've been following my videos about support and resistance, or for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you'd know that when stocks go up, there will always be a point in time where there will be sellers. There will always be a point in time where people who came in early will also want to take profits. If you look at the narrative, of course, if a stock hits 1 peso and then they bought at 1, then it hits around 80 centavos, 1 peso 80, 1 peso 85, 1 peso 70. It means they're up north of 70% already. So who wouldn't want to take profits when they see something like that? Anyways, when it hit around the 1.8 mark, what's so interesting about that is there was a sell down that happened. There was a momentary sell down, but again, it just dipped a bit, which helped form also another lower high, which is somehow validating the uptrend that we have. Then yesterday, it broke out from the 1.85 resistance. Please remember, the 1.85 resistance is something that's very, very significant because the stock has never gone above the 1.85 peso resistance ever since it went into an IPO. So that being said, from the IPO date to where we were yesterday, it was the first time that it broke from it. So there are two things that I'd like to mention that makes that move more bullish. Number one, it was the longest and strongest resistance that Fruitas has not broken out from yet. That's number one. So meaning, we have to watch out for those who are trading this. You have to watch out if that 1.85 resistance translates into a support, meaning over the next few days, you don't see the stock fall below the 1.85 level. So if it does not fall below the 1.85 level, then it actually means, hey, this support level is actually valid. The support level is actually worth it. It's actually headed somewhere that people are really willing to buy it higher. That being said, I mentioned also this on the video that or in the interview with Business World Live. If the 1.85 support level will hold, then it will solidify its bullish move. Then not just that, the intraday IPO high was around 2.4 pesos per share. That now becomes the new target price. So I repeat, if the stock holds the 1.85 level, there's a possibility that it could hit and go to around 2.4 pesos per share for the short term, because that's where the intraday high is, up until we see a new resistance form. Another thing that I'd like to mention is this: for those who love using chart patterns, for those who love following chart pattern formations, what just happened was a breakout from a cup and handle. A cup and handle is a very bullish pattern, especially when the breakout from the cup and handle featured a very large candle as well. So you have your cup right over there, and this is your handle plus the large breakout. So that being said, also if you're following the cup and handle very well, 1 peso support, you see the difference between the support and the resistance. A lot of people who like using chart patterns use that as their target price. So from 1 to 1.85, you could peg it. If it follows the cup and handle formation properly, since we have a lack of resistance yet, possible target price from the cup and handle is 2.6. So why am I saying this? There's two target prices that you can peg. Number one is the intraday IPO high, 2.4, or using the measurement of the cup and handle, you have a target price of 2.6 pesos per share. Just so also to balance it out, what could have triggered this? I mentioned this in the Bloomberg interview that one of the reasons why it's probably up now is, number one, it sell down to 1 peso. I think it was unwarranted. It was pretty much sentiment driven. It was something that pushed the stock lower, because if you remember this, December last year, there were a lot of stocks also that were being sold down, and Fruitas was not immune to it. If the large cap companies were being sold down, if the other second liner companies were also being sold down, Fruitas also was sold down. It was not immune. That being said, also sentiment based, the market started to drop because of that. But here's the thing, from where we are today, from the time they did the IPO, they were very consistent in following through with what they promised during the IPO. They said that they would they would use the money, 800 million plus pesos of it would be used for expansion. It would be used for acquisitions. It would be used to further strengthen their brand and make the company even bigger. So if you follow the narrative, it actually happened. First few weeks of the year, they made another acquisition. Then a couple of days ago, they made another acquisition. So they have a lot of brands in their portfolio. One thing that we need to ask also, and one thing we need to analyze is buying a lot of brands something that will make them better later on? What I'm thinking at the top of my head is just basically this. I think what they're doing is they're gonna try a lot and see which will be a company, which will be a brand that will have a lot of recognition, and that's what they will scale. That's one thing that I'm thinking, and I'm also thinking that, and I mentioned this also in the Bloomberg interview, that there may be a lot of synergy since they own a food park as well. But one thing is true: Fruitas is right smack in the middle of consumption, and as you all know, we are a consumption-driven economy, and their price point pretty much hits a large segment of the Filipino population. Their price point is not too expensive. A lot of people can afford their products, and you have a very small float. You have a small number of shares that are moving. There's a larger chance for stocks like that easily to go up as well. However, just to balance things also, if stocks like that can easily move up, then there's also a chance that they can easily be sold down as well. As the more volatile the stock is upward, the more volatile also they will be when a stock goes downward as well. So my suggestion is just exercise prudence every time you make a transaction. Exercise caution also. Don't just buy just because I say it. I hope that you study the fundamentals very well, that you know what you're getting into, and I really hope also that you study the technicals very well, that you buy based on either a bounce from support, a breakout from a resistance, or a reversal based on whatever parameters that you're using. But what's very important is you never buy just because it's said by people. You never buy just because it's mentioned, but you always buy based on your own conviction. You always buy based on whatever trading plans that you have set, because that's what will make you win. You win based on the amount of allocations you put and the risks that you are willing to take based on the strategy that you have employed. Without doing that, whatever happens, it will just be guessing, it will just be emotions, and I don't want you to go through that. I want you guys to win, and I hope this video gave you some insights on what Fruitas is. I'll try to update you, but there might be a chance that I get to interview also their president over the next few days. That if that happens, please comment below if you have any specific questions that that you want me to ask, so that I could add that also into the mix, so that we get to hear not just his entrepreneurial story, but also insights on how is the company really that good? Is it just purely just story driven? Is it just purely news, or is it really something that will actually earn over a stretch period of time? So I hope this helped you, and I hope that for those who are investing right now, for those who are making money, congratulations. My biggest suggestion to all of you guys is, while you're making money, please do not trade out of emotion. Some people sell too quick. Some people also sell too slow, and they sell out of fear of losing money, out of fear also of, I don't want to lose this gain anymore. You don't sell because of that. You sell following your plan. You sell following what your strategy is saying. That if your parameters for selling get hit, of course take profits, but until they're not hit yet, but with all confidence, be willing to hold them, and that's what's gonna make you make money over the markets. By the way, if all of this jargon of things, all of the things that I'm saying seems like jargons to all of you, I have seminars where I talk about the basics of the market, and if you want to know more about it, I have links down below for you to sign up and enroll. The sessions will be in Taiwan this February. I think it's happening in the next few days already. Taipei, Taiwan. It will be in Daan, in the Taiwan area. Then March will be in Manila, SMX Aura. Then, oh, it's raining already. Nag-wiper na siya. So, March will be in Manila, then April will be in London, May will be in Singapore and Doha, Qatar, June we will be in Auckland, New Zealand, July we will be in Sydney, Australia, then November we will be in Tokyo and Dubai. So all of the details for the seminars are down below. What I teach there are basically technical and fundamental analysis. These are for people who want to trade the markets. These are for people who want to know the basics of how you can time it. So all of the charts that you see here, that's what we will break down on those seminars. For those who cannot make it to that portion or to those seminars, or you're not from those cities, the next best thing is to join the online courses. I have a Tagalog online course on the basics of the market with Chinkitan. Then I have a business and investing course with Sean C. The links are down below as well. And for those who like to consume via reading books, I have books that you can order via Shopee. They're down below, or via my online store. They're also down below as well. So we're at the 12-minute mark. I hope you guys stayed. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope this is something that helped you as well, because that's all I want. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to reach your goals of financial freedom, because at the end of the day, if you know what you're getting into, you know how to trade the markets, that's what will cause you to win over and over. And please remember this, you have to practice. You have to keep on practicing it. That's why I love Kobe Bryant, because people would ask Kobe Bryant that, why are you not scared of taking the last shot when the game is on the line? Because he said that last shot is just one shot out of 1,000 that he made. Meaning, it may be a game-winning shot, but because he has done that shot over and over and over and over again, it's just something that's normal to him. And it has to come to a point that when you start trading the markets, it becomes normal to you because you've done it over and over and over again. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I want the Filipinos, the Filipino nation, I want Filipinos to see that, hey, trading the markets is not as hard as what most people think it is. That you can actually trade, you can actually win, that you can actually do it, and that it's not as highfalutin, as complicated as what most people think it is. That if you're willing to take the time to learn, that the stock market can actually help you reach your goals of financial freedom. So this is Marvin Germo. If you're new, please subscribe, like, smash the bell, comment, and be part of this growing number of Filipinos willing to trade the markets with conviction. So this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.